أو زد عليه ورتل القرآن ترتيلا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my brothers and sisters. Welcome back to another episode of the Know Your Tajweed series, and this is another episode on lesson 3 on the initial forms of the Arabic alphabet. And on the bottom of that page of lesson 3 there is an exercise that helps you to practice your recognition of the Arabic alphabet. So I will do the first 2 or 3 lines and I'll leave the rest for you to try as your personal assignment, if that makes sense. Okay, the first letter, I'll give you 2 seconds to guess, is actually Noon. This beginning shape, like this shape in the beginning, it does somehow look like Val in this picture or in this app. It looks like Val somehow, but In Shaa Allah in the Quran it will be easier. Once we go to Quranic verse, it will be easier to spot out because there's quite a big difference. And this shape, it looks similar in a lot of other letters like Ba, Ta, Tha, Ya, Noon and Hamza. The shape starts the same for all these letters. So it's basically you recognizing which one has dots and where it has dots. The Hamza is the easiest to spot out because it actually has the Hamza letter on it, so it's going to be easier to spot. But again, let's just remember, Ba has 1 dot below, Ta has 2 dots above, Tha has 3 dots above, Noon, this one here, has 1 dot above, and the only letter to have 2 dots below is Ya. It has the shape as well, so let's try to remember this. This one is Ghain. Ghain in the initial form, it just looks like the original form of Ghain, but cut in the first curve. The first curve, that's where it has been cut and connected to the next letter. As we mentioned, the only letter to have 2 dots below and has the same shape, Ya. This one, 2 dots above, Ta, the same shape. Let's remember the shape and where the dots are. This one is sort of an easy letter because it looks the same regardless of where it is in the word, in the beginning, in the middle, or the end of the word. It always looks the same. This is Dha. The difference between Dha and Ta is that Ta has no dots and Dha has 1 dot above. Ra is another easy letter. It's even easier than Dha because Ra doesn't connect after. Any letter that has to come after Ra is not going to connect to the Ra letter, and Ra looks the same regardless of where it is in the word as well. So let's always try to remember that. This one is Jim. This shape is going to be the same every time with those 3 letters, Jim, Ha and Kha. The shape is going to look this shape. Obviously in the end of the word, if it's in the end of the word, it takes back its original shape. But if it's in the middle of the word or in the beginning of the word, it always has this shape. Always remember this shape. Is the dots that differentiate these 3 letters. Jim has 1 dot below, Kha has 1 dot above, and Ha has no dots. So that's just something you have to look out for. This one is Kaf. Always to recognize Kaf, remember the original form of Kaf, that small wiggly sign inside the letter is something sort of enlarged in this one for the beginning form of Kaf and the middle form of Kaf. The middle form of Kaf looks the same as this. So let's just something you have to look out for. This is something that you might have to know at the back of your head, but with examples and exercises, inshallah, it will be easy to get. This one, as we said, the shape doesn't change, is always this shape, and 1 dot above, that makes it Kha. This one, again, the same shape as Ba and Ta, but with 3 dots above, it makes it Tha. This one, as someone always used to say, just look at the circle. Look at the circle in the letter. Once you see the circle in the middle of the letter, have a guess, it's Mim. This one, again, like Ra, it doesn't connect after and looks the same regardless of where it is in the word. It's Za. It looks like Ra but with 1 dot above. Ain, this one is Ain, and exactly like Ghain, it's chopped up in the first curve but without a dot, that makes it Ain. With the dot above, it makes it Ghain. This one, the same shape again, no dots, making it Ha. This one is a tricky one because it looks different to the original form, it looks different to the middle form, and it looks different in the end form. So in the initial form, this is ha, something you just have to recognize basically. But with examples, inshallah, it's going to be easier to remember. So after going through these 3 lines, I leave the rest to you, and just have a go. And anytime you guess a letter, make sure you know why you guessed it and not just random guess, and then tap on the play button, and then see if you've said the right thing or the wrong thing. Don't be afraid, or don't be nervous because you're finding this hard. It's quite a task to recognize all these letters, especially how they look in the initial, middle, and the end, to memorize all of how they look in a short period of time. So I just say, don't be paranoid, because everyone is like that for everyone. I've been through this as well. So just with exercises, trust me, after we do all initial, middle, and end forms, with the exercise, it's going to be way easier, inshallah ta'ala. You see. Jazaakumu'Allahu Khayr. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. See you next week.